So the balance sheet is broken up into 3 sections. One of the sections is your assets. And your assets are an item of property owned by a person or a company. The item should be of value, so it should generate income. For instance, house, your car, laptops, estates, and etc. Your assets have 2 types of assets that we will be focusing on, which is your current assets and your fixed assets. But let's first look at your current assets. So your current assets are cash and other assets expected to be converted into cash. And your current assets have 5 major items included in them. The first will be your cash and cash equivalents, the money on hand or on deposit that is available for general business purposes. So your petty cash can be an example, because that's the money you have on hand or on deposit that is available for general business purposes. The second are your investments. So the cash, funds, or securities that you hold for an appointed period of time. Have you invested somewhere? Has the cash in the company been invested in another business for an appointed time? The third is your receivables. From selling goods or services on credit and on account. So if you have sold goods to another person, to your customers, and is on credit, that would fall under your receivables. Your investors, the goods that are available for sale, products that you have in a partial stage of completion to be sold. And the last one is your prepaid expenses. The expenses are payments made for services that will be received within a year. So it should be within a year. Let's look at the other type of asset, which is your fixed assets. So it's your non-current assets, which is also known as your fixed asset, or you could call it your fixed asset, which is also known as your non-current assets. It actually doesn't make a difference. These assets are long-term used in earning profit in the business. For example, the land, building, furniture would be a perfect example. Something that you should really consider and take note of is that your assets play a very important factor in the balance sheet. Well, from there, we are done with the assets. Let's move on to the next section, which is your liabilities.